How's it going, you spicy young individuals? Welcome to a new episode of Inside IUE Sports. My name is Travis Lang, and we have, as always, more interviews here for you. And our first interview for this episode is going to be the very one and only Coach Shane Meridith.
Wow, what an introduction. Thanks.
So Shane, before IU East, the IU East program is fairly new for IU East, but you've had some coaching experience beyond this place. Tell me a little bit about your experiences before this soccer program.
Well, if we go back into the 90s, probably before you were born, I coached at Earlham College for 6 years and had a good run there. That was my alma mater. And then I wanted to go out and grow and learn as a coach, and had stints at Ball State and IUPUI and Miami University and at University of Iowa. Returned to Earlham College for a little bit, and then this job came open, and I'm thrilled to be here.
In a very short 3 years, this program has seen its fair share of ups and downs. Let's talk a little bit about this season. First of all, with the regular season, what were your thoughts on it? Just recap it a little bit.
Well, you know, coming into the season, I thought we could be pretty darn good. We were going to have a new goalkeeper for the third year in a row, and that was our major concern. And really, if you look at our goalkeeping stable, and we have some good goalkeepers, but not a lot of experience there. And then Gabby has stepped up and been tremendous for us, Gabby Mitchum. And so once we got that settled, it was about finding ways to score goals. And again, that's an area we need to improve on. But we have a well-balanced team, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch this season, but what's not been so fun is the weather. There's been all types of weather. We had hot games, we had cold games, especially the Rio Grande one near the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, that's fall sports, right? And what was it? Last year we experienced rain for like 5 games, even canceled a game and that type of thing. So we'll deal with the cold as long as we don't have to do it in the wet weather. So.
So then after that, we got to move to conference championship play. Yeah. It's pretty exciting for IU East. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, once you get into the playoffs, and it's all about making the playoffs, because then anything can happen. And then you look at trying to get a top seed so that you're hosting and things like that. And we missed some opportunities for the regular season title and to be host throughout the tournament. But we felt good about ourselves. We were pretty darn healthy. And again, it was finding a way to score goals, which we didn't do in like the Kokomo game in the regular season, and West Virginia Tech, and those, Ohio Christian, we outshot considerably at their place and played really well. And fortunately, who had a really good string at the end was Kayla Amadon. I mean, I don't know the stats off the top of my head, but I think she scored in every postseason game for us. And so she was tremendous in the stretch run there. And we're fortunate to get an early goal from her in the championship game, which was really, really exciting. And that celebration, I won't forget about that for a long time, because those kids came together and were really fighting for one another.
Yeah, and it's been such a great season, too, because you've made it through that postseason stretch. Yeah. But in the past, it's been kind of heartbreaking. There have been a few heartbreaking losses that have really stopped the team from being at its full potential.
Yeah. Hey, I've coached, I think this was 20 or 21 years collegiately, and I've never made it to a national tournament, and NCAA or NAIA, and lost in PKs last year. Lost in PKs at another institution that I was at. And it's not easy to win a tournament of any size. And so it was really thrilling. And again, we can't pinpoint one player that carried us. Sure, we had great performances by Deanna and Kayla Amadon and Gabby Mitchum. But if you look across the board, our backs were tremendous. You're going to speak with Abby Conway soon. She got moved to left back and was great. I mean, it was a really a big team effort, and really fitting that this team was the one that finally gave me my huge present of going to the national tournament.
And let's talk about that national tournament.
Yeah.
Your first ever time in it. What was it like?
They did a great job. A banquet the night before. Our kids all get dressed up and are carrying themselves like awesome young women that they are. Just being in the environment of storied programs. Spring Arbor has won the thing numerous times. Lindsey Wilson won the thing numerous times. And there we are with those two teams. And I spoke at the banquet and I talked about, I wouldn't want it any other way, because that's what we aspire to be, and we want to be in the picture every year, and people wondering how good are we going to be. And so we had a lot of fun at the banquet and preparing for the next day. Unfortunately, we're at breakfast and I get a call that says, hey, we're going to push the games back. And so now all of a sudden we're on standby, and I don't know if that helped anybody, but I don't think it helped us for sure. But again, it gave us a taste of what we've talked about for 4 years now. The year before, we started play, that was our thing. Is we want to replicate what Coach Selhorst has done here with the women's basketball team. We want to be in the mix every year, and so now hopefully our kids have a taste of what nationals are like, and they now want to advance to get down to the big show where the final 16 are playing.
So finally, with that taste of victory, just in this short time span, as well as a lot of the experienced players getting more chances to get experienced, where do you see this program going beyond, just beyond these first 3 or 4 seasons?
Yeah, I think, it's hard to tell people that, hey, we've come a long way, no doubt about it. But it's hard. We're still fairly young. We're still developing or molding our culture. And we now have to do the little things better day in and day out if we're now going to beat Spring Arbor, Lindsey Wilson, Northwestern Ohio. If we're going to be in the mix to really go to the final 16 site, that we day in and day out, our preparation has got to be better, our discipline has got to be better. And that's not a knock against any of our team. It's just a growth process. And so we're still young in ways. We're still finding our identity and our culture.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Shane.
Yeah.
Good luck with the rest of wherever the future takes you.
Yeah.
But also, congratulations on just a great season this year.
Thank you so much, and thanks for all the work that you do and Don Tincher does and Kyle Wright, because you guys are an awesome staff and support us in every way possible. So thank you.
Yeah, well, it's been a really fun season, especially for my freshman year, getting to see such an amazing team in progress. It's just been a great year.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Coming up next, we're going to have more interviews here on Inside IUE Sports. Don't go anywhere.